It's the Weekend Board Games Hotel Lobby Edition. No, I'm not traveling. My office building is just connected to a hotel, and I needed to get this done. I also don't have my microphone, so I'm using my work microphone, and you can hear the hotel music. And what are you going to do about it? We can't do anything. Got to get this out to the masses. So, anyway, welcome to the Weekend Board Games. My name is Tubbs. This is Tubbs Plays Games. My name is Tubbs. Like I said, I like games. I play games, so I talk about games. I got that all out of order. I am so discombobulated right now. This is the Weekend Board Games. This is my weekly recap of all of the games I played over the past week. And if you're watching this on TikTok, YouTube, or Instagram, please go check it out on the other two. People are walking by me right now, and it's so weird. Also, Board Game Arena, BGA. My name is J.R.R. Tubbs on there. I'm in the middle of June's Board Game Arena Challenge. If you're on Instagram and would like to be a part of that, hit me up and I will get you added for July. But it's going well. It's been fun. Let's get into the games. Our Sunday meetup the week before, my son had requested to play a game of Razzia. It was a game that I have never played before, but a game that I owned, and I told him if we didn't get a chance to play it, that I would play it with him at home, because I had been anxious to try it. We did not get to it till the next day. It was our game for after dinner, and he loved it. And let me tell you something, I really liked it too. If you like the game Raw, but you are not wanting to spend the $60, $50, $60, $70 on Raw, get Razzia. It's the same game. It's Reiner Knizia. It's the same game. It literally is just card-based versus pulling tokens out of a bag. I believe all of the rules are the same, and the theme is just a rat mafia instead of Egyptians. So give it a try. I really liked it, as you'll see. Because on Wednesday, we played Razzia again. It may be Razzia, but I find it more fun to say Razzia because it is, raw. By the way, this is from 25th Century Games, if I haven't mentioned that already. Friday night, I got together with some friends from my board game group, and we started out the evening with a game that I had never played before called Hues and Cues. I'm saying called Hues and Cues like you don't know it. If you're watching board game content, you probably do. It's just not a game that had ever hit the table when I was around. Pretty cool, for an opening little party game. Pretty cool game. We really liked it. So, and that's from the op. I switched my microphone to the other side of my mouth. Hopefully maybe that picks up a little bit less of the music, but what can you do? After Hues and Cues, we split up into two tables, and my table played Railways of the Lost Atlas. This is a 18XX adjacent game. I only say adjacent because some 18XX people argue it's not actually an 18XX game because it doesn't take place in a real place in the 1800s. But to me, it is an 18XX game. This was my third time playing it. The concepts of 18XX are starting to cement in my brain, but the strategies are not. So I did still get some help from my fellow players. I am working on trying to become more independent in these games. But this one is excellent. I really like it, and probably if you call it an 18XX game, I'm going to call it my favorite. On Saturday, my wife and I went to my son's mom's house to celebrate what we're calling Parents' Day. Our schedule did not allow for us to get together for Mother's Day or Father's Day this year, so we decided to meet in the middle and have Parents' Day, where we would celebrate all of our son's parents and bonus parents all together in one day. While we were hanging out in the backyard and food was being grilled, I brought out Fruit Island for myself, my son, and my son's 4-year-old sister. I wanted to see how she did playing this game because I think this is, like I said in my review a week or two ago, an excellent game to play with children, especially if you're a hobbyist gamer. She picked it up really, really well. My son already knew how to play, but she picked it up really, really well with minimal help. She actually wound up coming in second place, with my son coming in third. So, man, Fruit Island. This is from Analog Game Studios, Reiner Knizia game, and if you haven't checked it out, their Kickstarter actually went live yesterday, so definitely check that out. Our normal board game meetup Sunday spot was closed for a private event, so one of our members decided to host a barbecue instead, mostly playing lawn games, but we did play some board games. We started out playing French Toast, which is a new all-play kind of party word guessing game. Very cool. I'm going to be doing a review of it, as they sent me a review copy shortly after this party. My copy arrived. So I'm going to be doing a review of it in the coming weeks, so I won't say too much about that, but it's a fun game. Speaking of all play, we also tried out Movie Night, which is this co-op card game that essentially you have two cards, a movie has and a movie doesn't have. And you start out by flipping, you put 5 minutes on the clock, you start out by flipping one card, and we say, name a movie that has, in this case, snow. Then you flip the next card, and if the movie that you named that has snow also has that thing, then you move it to the movie doesn't have, and then you have to name another movie. And you go back and forth trying to get 5 cards in 5 minutes. It is harder than it sounds. Next up, we played Hamster Roll, which is a very cool dexterity game from 25th Century Games, where you are putting blocks on this wheel. You have to always be putting a block on top of another block, and the weight of the block causes the wheel to roll. If anything falls off, you have to take it into your collection, and then the first person to run out of blocks wins. I had a great time playing this. We played 3 or 4 rounds of it. Introduced to Letter Jam, which is from CGE. I'd never played this before, but I had obviously seen it around. Word games are not my strong suit, but man, do I like them. And this one was another excellent game. I like the guessing game aspect of it. It's just very cool. If you've got a group of board gamers together and you're having a party, Magical Athlete needs to come out at some point. I've talked about this game before from CMYK Games, and I am getting ready to go on vacation. I'm going to be hitting up board game stores along the route of our vacation and in the town that we're in, and I am hoping to find a copy of this game. It has been tough to find because printings keep selling out, but I'm hoping one of the board game stores that I poke my head into just happens to have a copy, so that would be great. I really enjoy this game. It is one of the best racing games I've ever played. Chance to play Pokemon Splendor, which is from Space Cowboys, and you know what's funny about that is that I have actually only played variations of Splendor. I have never played OG Splendor. This was a very cool game. The twist on it, essentially, you're collecting Pokemon with, the various colored Pokeballs that you get. And the twist on the game is that you're able to evolve Pokemon. So if you get, if you get a Charmander and then you meet certain conditions and Charizard is available or in your hand, you can upgrade to evolve to Charizard for free. I focused on this way too much, wound up losing the game because I was just focused on trying to get things that I could evolve, and did not consider like my engine or strategy or anything like that. I was having too much fun evolving Pokemon and wound up losing by a considerable margin, but still a very cool game. And then the last game I played, just kind of a game we were playing just sitting around, is So Clover. I haven't played a lot of So Clover. I enjoy So Clover when I've played it. I like that it is kind of similar to Connections, the New York Times game, but I am not good at So Clover, and this game was no exception. But you know what? I'm always happy to play it. That's all the games we played this week. The last thing that we need to do is to tell you about Ultimate Game of the Week. Ultimate Game of the Week is an offshoot of Game of the Week, which is a hashtag that I run on Instagram every week. Throughout the week, the board game community nominates their favorite game they played that week, and then on Monday, I post a list of all of them to my stories, along with a voting prompt to select your top 3 games. And the board game community at large, anyone who follows me on Instagram really, is able to vote for their top 3, and whichever game or games gets the most votes is crowned Ultimate Game of the Week. They have 7 days to be the reigning champion. So, the winners of this week's Ultimate Game of the Week, I said winners because we have a tie, are a Carnivore Did It, nominated by Becky.versus.boardgames, and Agent Avenue, nominated by How Lou Sees It. So congratulations to those games for winning Ultimate Game of the Week. And if you would like to be a nominator of Ultimate Game of the Week, again, hit me up on Instagram and I can get you added to that process. Until next time, I think I'm going to try to get a review out this Friday, and then I will be going on vacation, so I don't know how much board game content may be coming. I don't think there will be a review next week. There will probably still be a week in board games and maybe some content when I'm hitting up board game stores. But until next time, I'll see ya.